Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today, I just wanted to make a quick update with Ethereum. Um, Last time I left off, Ethereum was, right at this line, and I said that Ethereum is on a knife's edge. Now it seems like Ethereum has given itself a little breathing room. It has rallied, roughly a few percent, a percent and a half now. It has been bleeding throughout the day. Shortly after I made that video, it spiked up, which is funny, like boom, look at that, and then it's starting to bleed again. Anyway, I not only did I want to reiterate the importance of this move here, but also talking about the overall scope of Ethereum and try to give some of my perspective on why I'm bullish on Ethereum. Why, is it a large portion of my portfolio? I mean, because of this recent move here, it has become the largest portion of my portfolio. And why am I not, readjusting my portfolio as I usually do? Um, when changes like this happen. Like for example, when Celsius really started moving, it became a significant portion of my portfolio on a dollar basis and on a Bitcoin basis, like sat level basis. But eventually, I did sell a considerable portion and reallocated that to Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, etc. And I still hold Celsius, but it's just not as big of a portfolio as it was previously. So, um, back to Ethereum. So there are things why I'm bullish on Ethereum. We are in Q1. We see that when we pull out the total two, the total cryptocurrency market cap, uh, Q1, and it is especially a good month during bull markets. When we see here January to March. We see that move here. That was a pretty significant move, roughly give or take, 194%, you know, modest gains. Um, Looking here in 2016 to March, we see a 93%. Just at the end of the bull market, we saw a loss of about 56%. And that's when you bought Jan 1st to end of March, closing of March. You see modest gains here. In other regards, I mean, total two doesn't show 10 years of price history. It only goes back as far as Ethereum, and other older altcoins back in 2014. But here we are, and we're at 44% gain for the month of January, and January's not even over yet. With that said, that's one thing to consider. Um, and because of that, I'm bullish on altcoins, and it's why I'm not trading any of my altcoins as of yet. I'm holding on to them. I am waiting. The other one is just on the monthly chart. So this is every candle is a month on Ethereum, and we are consolidating within this triangle here. We rode it up from 2019 all the way to May of 2020. Okay, we reached the top, and in this end of summer, early fall, we came back down in December, and we have rallied to near the top, and it's really getting tight now. I mean, I bet like if you, I mean, probably not the Bollinger Bands would show this because it's still the monthly price action, but you can see that price is coiling in on on the Ether Bitcoin ratio. Bleh. So, it really thinks, I really think by March, at least by March, we should see some kind of move, either to the upside or to the downside. Um, Considering the circumstances, considering where Bitcoin is, as long as, within Q1, Bitcoin still stays somewhat bullish. I mean, this is pretty bullish, but even if it corrected down, for example, but still held the 20-week moving average, which is, to remind everyone, $18,500. Um, wow, that's a pretty nice hammer candle. Anyway, as long as it stays relatively bullish, I have good expectations, high expectations on Ethereum, and which is why I would argue that this is a coiling of price for like that I've never seen never seen before. So hopefully we'll see a movement to the upside. We've been on the upper region of this since August, right? And just dipped back down in December. And will time will tell with Ethereum if this is the move that if this pattern here will show us the move that we've been all waiting for, especially those who have been holding Ethereum. I'm sure you are waiting for a move like this. I'm sure 50% isn't enough for you. I'm sure you are waiting for those, um, bigger moves from Ethereum. Moves like these, and moves like these. Now, mind you, I don't think we'll get like those 1800% moves against Bitcoin. I think that's a little wild to me. But we will see, I think, in my opinion, some sort of significant move from Ethereum. Again, with when we look at the Ethereum USD valuation, still looks very bullish. We are still waiting for that potential move to break the prior all-time high. And note that whenever we do break the all-time high, we go into price discovery mode. You can call it, or just an increase of aggressive buying, as we've seen with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a great example of what happens when we break the all-time high. If you look at the trend, you know, we look at that, and then now we look at from here to here, you could see the trend changed. It's more 90 degrees than it is 45, um, and it is truly a sight to see. Um, so we are waiting for that with Ethereum, and if Ethereum has any significant move against Ethereum on the Ether Bitcoin ratio, uh, definitely Ethereum's going to break the prior all-time high. I mean, it still can. If Bitcoin continues to move like this, still moving up like this, it will drag Ethereum up with them and give us the extra 200 and change we need to get beyond the prior all-time high. But we'll see where this goes. This is something that, again, this, in all seriousness, is not as significant as I make it out to be. I mean, lines are lines, right? But when we see clear tops, clear bottoms, it's something that you have to notice, and it's only something really we're gonna look back at, 6, 7 months, a year from now, and say, oh yeah, that was a consolidation price that lasted, 3 years, and we finally saw it broke up to the upside or down to the go back to the downside. Entirely depends. But this is something that's something that I caught my eye when trying to look at a macro picture of Ethereum. When you see something like that on the monthly, I mean, like one example would be like Binance token did something similar. And I don't really talk about that because I got it wrong. But I mean, you see the same thing, right? You see this giant coiling in price, and it ultimately broke to the downside. Now look at where Binance token is. It's right down there. So, something that I am bullish on, but uh, could very well end up down at the wayside. It could come back down, and at that point, it really comes into question. What's Ethereum's place in terms of market dominance in terms of asset trading. Um, I think even if it broke to the downside, I would still be bullish. I'd still buy I'd buy more Ethereum. I think, uh, depending on how far down it goes. But That's something that I just saw today and wanted to update you on, considering the recent price move of Ethereum. Uh, Remember, if you do like the video, hit the like button down below, and also consider subscribing.